Welcome back everyone to another Flyball and Friends video. My next guest is just on the other side of the ocean and has been racing there for quite a long time. Please welcome Reece. Alright, thanks Reece so much for being here today. If you could tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Reece. I'm the captain of High Flyers Flyball team. I've been doing flyball for, Christ, I can't remember how long now. Probably I'd say at least sort of 15, 16 years probably. And I compete in the British Flyball Association.
Excellent. How many dogs do you have?
At the moment, we currently have 10 dogs.
How many are racing?
Nano, Cubit, Edge, Atto, Rocco. 5. I've got 5 retired.
That's cool. And what do you do for a living?
I am a web programmer.
Awesome. And what got you playing flyball?
My wife's family, and more specifically, my mother-in-law. She was doing it when I finished university, and she was running with a different team. She just joined, and then my wife went along because she liked the look of it, and then I inevitably got dragged along, and since then, that's it. I've been hooked.
That's awesome. When you first started playing, is there any dog that you just love to watch or that got you hooked in the game?
Yeah, I used to love the height dogs, and there was a height dog that used to be called Dot that used to run all the time, and she was my favourite. Whenever I went to a competition, I'd always look to make sure I could see her race because she was brilliant.
That's cool.
It was quite a long time
Awesome.
ago. I'm sure it was a she.
Okay. What about how often does your team practice?
We practice once a week on a Sunday. When the season really picks up, sometimes we do a midweek session, maybe some power jumping or something for fitness, just to keep the dogs in shape. Nothing too intense, but just enough to give them a little bit of an edge coming into competition season.
Excellent. How often do you guys go to tournaments?
So in the summer we do more than obviously in the winter. We do indoor only, but we compete probably at least 2 times a month in the main sort of 6 months of the year, and then in the winter season we normally tend to maybe do the odd one to support like maybe local shows, but normally it's just training time to work on any dog problems or get the puppies up and running.
Makes sense. Do you travel lots for flyball, or do you mostly just do local stuff?
Our shows are quite local. They're normally within sort of 2 hours. There's a couple that maybe will be 3.5 hours if the traffic's really bad around London. We were planning to go to Belgium a couple of times this year. One for the FCI Worlds, and the other one was in March, just to get the dogs used to traveling and competing out in a different country.
Excellent. What's the farthest you've been for flyball?
Well, I guess technically you could say Can-Am, probably the furthest. We went and stayed with Kelly and Aaron Robbins Rocket Relay for a couple of weeks, and then travelled down to Indianapolis, and we actually ran in a pickup team there. All of us did. It was quite good fun. But normally they're sort of halfway across England or Wales, so it'd be like 4 hours most. And then we have travelled a few times into France, Belgium, Germany to compete at the European Championships quite a while ago.
Cool. Lots of traveling then. That's good for you guys.
Yeah, there's always loads of tournaments on.
What was one of the most important things you learned when you first started playing flyball?
I think that probably a dog with good technique is just all round much easier to enjoy the game, easier to do passes, easier to compete with. So just generally, dogs that had good technique was just much more enjoyable to watch and play with.
Awesome. What about, out of all the dogs in your racing career, was there any one that stood out more that you enjoyed running over the others?
Yeah, that'd probably be Nano. That's my height dog that I run. She's still running now. She's 6. I think she's 6 or 7. She's still running now. I imported her from Canada, from Aaron Robbins, and she runs on our A team, but she's just been the most fun dog to run with. She just gives it everything all the time. She'll always deliver any time of year.
Excellent. Okay, would there be any place in the world that you'd love to go, whether it's compete, train, or even just watch nowadays?
But I'd always be interested to go back into Canada or the States to watch the tournaments where all the fastest teams are there. I always quite enjoy watching the real fast tournaments, like maybe U-Fly Championships would be quite good to watch.
Cool. What do you like about playing flyball?
I think, I mean, obviously we're quite competitive. Our family are all basically in the flyball team, so it's me, my wife, her sister, her brother, her mum and dad. They're all on the team. They all play. All our close friends are on the team, so spending a lot of time together. You know, we all get on really well. Have the same sort of comedy. We always laugh at a lot of silly things. Spend a lot of time just laughing, really. But we're also quite competitive, and we also enjoy trying to get the best out of the dog. So it's difficult, really, making good memories, but also being quite competitive and trying to always win.
I would like to take this second to make sure next time you see your sister-in-law's dog, Edge, to say hi for me, since I have a litter mate to that.
No, she's actually here. She's living at my house at the minute. So.
Well, there you go. Easier to say hi then. That's awesome.
What dog is the dog's name?
My dog's is Acid.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
She's a great dog.
Yes, I love that. Love that breeding. I actually just got another one from Missy as well, with the same dad, different mom.
Oh wow. Yeah, Timber's brilliant.
Yes, for sure. Okay. Is there any one team or maybe one person that you love just racing against?
Probably Aces High. They're always good. They're the current British record holders and British and European record holders, and you know we get on really well with them. We have a very good laugh with them, but also try to push each other all the time.
Awesome. What is the record over there?
14.77, I believe.
Wow. Have you guys hit 14 yet?
No, our fastest was 15.05 last year with 2 border collies though, so we're quite pleased with that.
Wow, good for you guys. What would be one of your earliest memories of flyball?
Earliest was probably when the European Championships were held in England, and I really didn't have much of an idea about flyball, but I went and watched. And I remember it for all the wrong reasons, because it basically rained straight for 4 days, and everybody was running in waterproofs.
Wow, that's a lot of days of racing.
Yeah.
Okay, what would be one of your favorite memories, whether it's on or off the racing lanes?
I think probably a couple of years ago at the championships, I think we set 3 or 4 records on the same day, and the dogs were just on fire and the handlers were really nailing it. So that was a real buzz for us that day.
Excellent. Would you guys have any personal goals playing the sport?
Yeah, I mean, as a club, we always just try to make sure that every dog is trained to the best it could be and enjoys it as much as it can. But overall, there's a few people that are trying to push to get the next record, trying to be up there, trying to always be in sort of the top spot if possible.
Awesome. Now, do you have anyone that you look up to as a mentor, maybe it was when you first started or even now?
When I first started, I was completely clueless, so I obviously thought I could do it all on my own, just as good as anybody else, which obviously was wrong. And after a couple of years of doing flyball, we realised that Rocket Relay were right up there, and then we ended up getting them over for a few seminars in the UK. And we have a really good relationship with Kelly and Aaron now, so they've always been a great help to us, and we've learnt loads from them.
Awesome. That's good that you got someone like that. That's awesome.
We were lucky.
What hobbies do you have outside of playing flyball?
So I play football, but to you that would be soccer, I guess. And I'm a bit of a geek, you know, as my job description gives away. So I normally like tinkering with code and stuff like that at the same time. So, you know, as well as playing in the garden with the kids, basketball, they love it all, cricket.
Excellent. Do your kids play flyball too?
They are only 6 and 2, but they have been practicing with our 2 older Whippety crosses that are much easier to hold on to. And just last weekend they had a good go.
That's good. Okay, now, would there be anything that you would recommend to someone starting out in flyball?
I would probably say you need to try and find a team of people that you enjoy being around, because if you enjoy your time there, then you'll be able to work through all the issues that your dog may have and have much better fun than obviously if you didn't get along that well, because ultimately if you get hooked for it, you do end up spending a lot of time with your team, probably an unhealthy amount of time, more time than you spend with your family normally. So just make sure you get on with the people that you're doing flyball with.
Yes, for sure. That's good. Okay, now, would there be someone that I could get you to challenge that's not on your team to do an interview with me?
Yes, I am going to drop Jeanette in it from Aces. So it's Jeanette Shelley from Aces High. I'm sure She'll be up for it.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Reece. I'm glad that you could take time out of your day to be here with me. And hopefully I'll get this video up right away for you. And hopefully at some point we'll see you on the racing lanes.
Yeah, I hope so.
Thanks again, Reece. A big thank you for letting me pick your brain in the giant world of flyball and teaching me new things about everything over there. If you guys are new here, make sure you press that subscribe button to get all the updates on the latest videos. Hit that like button if you enjoyed today's interview, and leave any or all comments below if you want to hear any more questions about flyball or anything else you'd like to hear on the channel. If you would like more information on flyball, check out the links in the description below. Until next time, see you then.